All right, guys, so we are here at L&L. This is gonna be my last time here before I head back home. Figured that I wanted to come here and actually get a meal because I just realized that even though I've been here for 2 months, I've actually never really sat down to actually have a meal here yet. And I figured it'd be a good time to show you guys some of the new items that we've been cooking. That for those of you guys who have been to L&L, the food truck before, some items that maybe are a little bit different, and I think you guys should check out while you're here. One of the aspects I didn't really get to explore in previous videos is the fact that there's a bar here now. So for those of you guys who are familiar with going to L&L and at the food truck at Cosmic and being able to get drinks there, I mean, you can do that here now as well. So before we order some food, definitely want to go check out that bar and kind of let you guys know a little bit more information about what's offered there.
So my name's Logan. I'm one of the bartenders behind the bar here at LeRoy and Lewis. We got all these other options up here. Everything right now, cocktails are wine and beer based. Lots of really great options, lots of creative options. You can't go wrong with our big red frozen sangria. Great way to start, especially in the summertime. Michelada is really good. The michelada is made with the LeRoy and Lewis beef barbecue sauce, as well as a little bit of beef stock in there with Modelo floated on top. We also got the Dr. Pepe, which is 4 ounces of Pasubio, which is like a fortified wine, topped with a Dr. Pepper and an orange twist. So nice little grown-up soda while you're waiting. We got our Anytime Eats menu, so that Anytime Eats menu is when you come in, everything on the barbecue line on the front of the menu is going to be what everybody's waiting for. But if you just want to grab a burger and a beer, or you want to do a chopped cheese sandwich, or come in for our famous onion rings, you can do those too. Just come on in, talk to a bartender, we'll get a tab going for you.
Don't open a restaurant.
You want any bread on this plate?
Yes. Alright guys, so we have ordered the food, and I started taking time of how long it takes to kind of get through the line. It was probably about 25 minutes or so to kind of get through the line. Honestly, pretty quick, especially on like a Saturday where barbecue is pretty bumping here. What I wanted to do is I wanted to get a plate full of things that, you know, even if you've been to L&L before at the food truck, you know, this is a very, very different experience in terms of the plate that we have. So we got the flat iron, which is kind of like their everyday version of brisket that most barbecue places would have. Hop sausage is their kind of house sausage, but to get something different, I got the beef chorizo. Also got the rainbow salad and the miso carrots. Let's start off with in my opinion, the main event is this flat iron. And the top portion right here, you can already see how it's falling apart. Top is very, very much like a fatty brisket, and the bottom is like a lean, but it's also just, like I said, a big piece of beef cheek. And if you guys see my last videos before of us talking a lot about the flat iron and just the way that we wanted to trim it and season it and cook it, like this is it right here. It was good when we started, and I think we started tweaking things to make it a little bit better. Started to figure out how to cook on the smoker a lot better as well. So now it's, I think, at a place where it's really good, it's really consistent. I think it's fantastic. It's got all the fattiness and juiciness that you're looking for. And it's like in between the fatty and the lean brisket, because the cut of meat is a little bit smaller. It feels like you can get a little more seasoning than you typically would with the brisket. And on the outside right there, just enough pepper on there where you can get that nice bark formation that we're all looking for when it comes to things like brisket and beef ribs and things of that nature. Yeah, of course. No, it doesn't matter. Not at all. See, like right here. Say hi, Allison. She was worried about ruining the shot, but she just made it better. But yeah, so if you guys are looking for brisket and, you know, they're only having briskets on Saturdays, don't feel like you have to wait until Saturday, because in all honesty, as good as a brisket is here, it's just as good as any other place that does really good brisket as well. Looking for something new, and that's kind of what I hope, trying to go to L&L. Definitely come earlier in the week, get the flat iron. I think it's just as good as some other briskets in all honesty. Next is the all beef chorizo sausage. I think most people are used to having chorizo in a taco or mixed with something else as an ingredient. And for me, this is pretty unique to have just a chorizo link like this and eat it as you would like any typical sausage that you get in a barbecue restaurant. But I think it's really well balanced. It has all that spice you're looking for without being too spicy, so that you can actually eat the whole thing without necessarily needing a piece of bread. This has been the thing that I've eaten the most since I've been here. You know, anytime there's any leftover scraps of chorizo, this is what I grab. If you don't eat pork, this is an all beef sausage that they do here. I think the chorizo is worth getting here. But let's say you don't want just a link of sausage, but you still want to try the chorizo. They also have a side dish where it has some of their chorizo with some potatoes, and that's a really great side dish as well. A little bit heavier, but if that's something that you're looking for and you want to try the chorizo, I would definitely recommend it. Speaking of things being really heavy, I think all barbecue just in general is pretty heavy, and especially with the flat iron and all beef chorizo sausage. My favorite sides here, one is the hash and rice, which if you guys haven't had that one, I would definitely add that to your order. But I wanted to find something lighter. So this is the Grainbow salad, sort of doing the same job as a coleslaw, just not cabbage. It's bright, it's fresh, it's a little sweet. It still has a little fat when that vinaigrette in it, which is really nice. Generally when I mean barbecue and fried chicken, usually I'm always looking for coleslaw to kind of lighten things up. So if you guys are looking for something that's a little bit lighter, you're looking for something to kind of cut up the monotony and all the fatty meats, like that is definitely something I recommend. Next is the miso glazed carrots. This gets poached, smoked, brushed with the miso glaze, and it's charred up over their live fire grill that I've shown you guys in other videos. You're taking something that's really simple, you're allowing that main ingredient to shine. Just in terms of how we talk about briskets and things like that, where we want to make sure the brisket shines by not doing too much to it, which is why we only add salt and pepper and just let the cooking process do the job to make it better. And I feel like in the same way with these carrots, yes, they're very simple and the preparation is very simple, but it is flavorful and it does allow for you to get a little bit of char, a little bit of savoriness from that miso glaze, a little bit of sweetness from the glaze as well, and I just think it's a fun side. All right, so I also wanted to order something from the back of the house. I'm sure you guys have known about the L&L burger, but this is the pork smash burger. Let's get a cross section here. I said this before when we were testing this out a couple weeks ago. The L&L burger is way more flavorful and something that if you haven't had it, you definitely should, because I think it's something that's really special. So definitely reserve that for your first time, and you should get that. If you're wanting to come to L&L and you want to hang out at the bar and you want to do something that's a little bit quick and super light, because with all the veggies on there, it's oddly refreshing. As we've been opening and we've been adding more things to the menu, this is the one item that I have yet to try. This is the banana pudding tiramisu. I've heard a lot of great things from employees and from customers, but every single time I try to get one, it's either sold out or I feel bad about getting one when customers are clearly asking for it. So I decided, you know what, I'll just wait until the very end of my trip. And here we are, and I snagged one of these, so let's give it a try. So we got the banana pudding at the bottom and the tiramisu up top. There we go. Yeah, it's really good. This bite on the top right here, we got a little bit of crunchy crumb. I don't exactly know what this is made out of. I don't have a big sweet tooth, but it's really well balanced. Like, banana pudding is sweet enough, but not overly sweet. And the little crumb on top gives it a nice texture because everything else is pretty smooth and pretty soft. I think it's a really, really cool combination of two very familiar desserts. But that's it, and I definitely did not eat this all, so I'm gonna grab a to-go box and pack this thing up. So, end of our 2 months together.
Yes.
And I just wanted to kind of close up by saying, because there's a lot that's different from here, from the truck. Yes. Obviously the core of it is still L&L.
Yeah.
But what is it that you want to do different here than you've done at the truck?
So many more things. We did not have a full kitchen. We didn't have so many pieces of equipment that allowed us to be creative, really put out a full menu. Appetizers, desserts, anything out of the fryer, anything off of that wood grill. There's so much more potential here. Small subset of the dining populace that will go to food trucks. Most people just will not go to food trucks. That group of people, we're encountering a lot of those people who are just like, yeah, I've heard about you, but I never got the chance. Even though you were open for 7 years, I never got the chance to come to the food truck. I want to do some really cool and interesting stuff here, and some really like badass like steaks and stuff. I'm really happy with all the food.
The plate that I just had, I wanted to make a plate that people who've gone to the truck, if you're coming here, it's still completely new. An iron, the beef chorizo, the rainbow, the carrots, the pork burger, every single one. There's not a single menu item that I had today. You guys have practiced with that for years, with not having brisket on the menu every day.
Yeah, I mean, that is, that's one of the things I kind of didn't expect. I thought we fought that battle already. I thought we converted everybody we needed to convert. So happy with all the staff. So happy with everything that you and Matt James have done. Thank you so much.
A lot of good people here. We were talking about the other day, I don't really feel like there's anyone here who didn't work out or isn't working. Like, it's kind of crazy.
People say this all the time. They'll say it on Instagram, they'll hashtag it or whatever, but this is the best team in barbecue.
They're like embracing it being different and unique.
Yes.
There needs to be special types of people who can embrace that, be part of the culture that wants to give it to customers.
Yeah.
I guess I'll be back in a couple months.
Yeah, please do. Hey, Joe, you're welcome back anytime. I cannot thank you enough for all the hard work, for all the direction of the new guys, for all your input, your friendship. I really do appreciate you.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thank you, buddy.